You wouldn't pick logging? Are you already maxed? Are you maxed? What do you, how do I see what Brian is? Can I see? Bren. Can I see your, I want to be able to see your stuff. What do you, So Brian, if I open up my stuff here, where are you at? These are very juicy blueberries. That might have been a mistake. It seemed like a good snack. It might not be. All right. So while Brian boots the game up, I would like to catch him, maybe tracking and skinning. Am I ahead of you there? I'm really far in it. And then as a result, push leatherworking up. Because I've been enjoying the, like, working on different boards and so on. But I think I'd rather... Yeah. There is no active project in this category? What do you mean there's no active project? What happened here? Do we not own this town? Is that what happens? Why can I not... What is this? I don't like this. No active project. Nothing. So I'm just locked out? Oh no. I don't like that at all. Oh. Gross. Alright, we'll head north. That's weird. How frustrating must that be? Hey, there's Brian down there. Hey, buddy. You were standing right in front of me. Okay. What a weird feeling. Just time gating 2/3 of the community. Neat. Alright. So how do I see, can I, now that while you're in game, can I see what you have? God, I want to be able to inspect your skills. I want to be able to inspect your skills. That's so ridiculous. You DM'd me the list. Oh, okay. One second. I don't have this stuff set up where the game takes priority. It just shows my desktop. So I don't know what Discord, if I have a DM up that I want to keep private. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, come on. There it goes. Okay, where you were at compared to me. I mean, you're ahead of me just in general because you played the game a lot more than me. So in trade skills here, where I can catch you or even beat you is you have not done a lot up here. You've done a lot down here, and you've done a lot over here. But then I assume that as soon as you're done with raw materials or secondary materials, you're selling it, because you're probably a lot wealthier than me. So, I think the goal would be to start getting deeper into the crafting system. That way, the next time you and I talk about New World, I have some knowledge that's not just Brian's knowledge, but less. So, my highest level one is cooking here. And that's the only one that Brian has more than me in. Armoring. He has a little more in armoring. I haven't beaten weapons, engineer, jewel crafting, arcana, and then he has level 1 in fish furnishing, and I have 0, so I don't care about that. But cooking, he's up at 97, and armoring, he's up at 46. I haven't gotten anything. At 97 is pretty epic. I haven't gotten anything. What do you get for getting it to 100? Anything amazing? Just more stuff that you get to make. Okay. And to eat this stuff, I'd have to be level 40, so that doesn't even help me. So, it seems like... And then he's ahead of me in all of this. I'm not that far off of him in harvesting. And then over here is just a result of this. So he's just slightly ahead here because that's what happens as you refine things you gather. So I think the logical goal is to try maybe... Let's just push weaponsmithing up. So weaponsmithing, once I get to here, I have star metal shenanigans. Along the way, I should have the ability to make all my steel tools. This is all actual weapons. No. I want... Where do I make, like, my trade tools? Like skinning knives and stuff. I assume that's in there. That was it, right? Trade skill, weapons, tools. Workshop. Is that on here? Engineering? Okay, engineering. This is the one I want then. Okay, so I want to make better, like, logging axes and stuff. So I need to get this up to where I can work with steel. That's the goal. So to push this up, I need to start making... Well, there's not really a good way to level. I've seen people leveling with arrows and stuff, but you're yeeting things into the void. Because they don't sell for anything. So if you want to make any money whatsoever, literally any, I don't know where the stuff is in this sound. Up here and to the right. So if I want to make any money along the way, just any form of compensation, I end up having to make... I either need to do something I can salvage myself, or I need to do something that I can actually sell. You know? When is the tier list of the comments? For the tier list of comments. You know, that could be a thing. So we'll go gather this. No active in this category either. Do we just not have a fort here? What's happening? Why are these not active? I don't understand. Okay. I don't understand what's driving that. So there's our board. So I think now I can workshop it up. I have no idea, guys. I'm a little bit lost in this game. As opposed to I'm a lot better here. So charcoal, oh no, I don't have any resources here. All my resources are in the last city. Oh, that's gross. Alright. Let's just get to harvesting. I could go back and forth and try to ferry it all up here, but let's just go. Let's just, ugh. That's disgusting. Alright. So I want to start mining. I want to start basically building out, I guess, a decent set of things to funnel into engineering. And I don't really know what all funnels into engineering. Iron, I think. So I'm going to need iron, maybe a little bit of flint. Right now I just need a little bit of everything. If you've ever played action RPGs, like Diablo You'll be aware with how kind of the tedium works. If you are aware of games like modded Minecraft, that's where this crafting system really starts to draw some parallels. There's a little bit to ESO, a little bit to, we mentioned Elite Dangerous today. It's very different than like the WoW, well, not wildly different than WoW, but very, very different than the Final Fantasy XIV crafting system. So if I kind of put them all on a spectrum, what it is it's materials being refined into materials, being refined into materials, being refined into materials. And you're just you're chasing that until something hits something that it can no longer be refined, in which case it can either be salvaged back to base components, or can be deleted or used. And that's it. So it's just a process. As you level, you gain small perks, you increase your gear. That lets you get a little better and better at this. If I had a better axe. But there's a lot of people that have seen parallels with RuneScape. RuneScape's not a game that I know that well, so I can't reference that, any similarities that are there, but that is one that I've seen compared a fair bit. But basically you can just kind of, if you're just trying to level the crafting side of things, which is what I'm doing right now, you effectively just kind of slowly carry your way across. It has pointed out that I have not made this my home, because I left and have not made it my home, because our existing home cannot be really a good home. I'm going to go ahead and set it here. And then that way I can use recall to come back. So the inn is where? Right back behind me. There we go. So we'll go ahead and set this as my home point. This is like setting your Hearthstone.
You startled me.
Yes. Okay. And that determines where I go when I die. It also determines where I go when I use my Hearthstone ability. My recall. So if I go out until my weight is full, which the first time I ever played a game with weight as a component was Baldur's Gate, which is very much like a D&D simulator. So we'll keep gathering this. Brian is at 104 logging. A lot higher than me on logging. But it is very, like, if you have the materials, you just tell it to craft. There's some proc rate and stuff like that, so it reminds me a lot of, like, a Diablo. It's a very action RPG style, which is, like, this is an action RPG MMO. It's not a World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy competitor. It is separated into action RPGs versus the more tab target RPGs. And that ripples into every system in the game. Every single one. My crafting fee is high here. That sucks. Well, it is what it is. Do I gain city reputation as I chop? Or do I have to do quests on the board to gain city reputation? I hadn't really worried about it. I'd just done everything in Everlook, so like I have Everlook from doing everything there. But now that I would want to actively level a city... Gross. Not as I chop. If I, like, track and skin, is that why you do so much tracking and skinning? Because your tracking and skinning is your highest by far. He's up at 174. Aggressive enemies. No. So I'm spending all my time in 14 doing aggressive enemies right now. And so that's why I don't... Like, the reason Guild Wars is slid off of streams is that my tasks in Guild Wars, my tasks in Final Fantasy right now overlap. So I'm effectively doing the same thing in 2 different games. And so I want to do something in this game that's different than what I'm doing in 14, which is spamming PvE battle content. So this feels like a better fit for stream. For me to have some fun and get to do variety within the MMORPG space. The fishing is really slow. It's a neat fishing system. Grinding it to 200 would be a chore. And so I'd rather wait until I could equip, like, the highest level fishing rod before I boost it up. That way it really shortens that grind. So if I just stay there, those will keep respawning. I'll never leave. So let's start heading down here. Come on. And hopefully find some ore. There we go. Would the fishing gear drop? I think it's just cosmetic. Right? I think it's just cosmetic. I think that the Twitch drop is just cosmetic. I don't think they want people feeling like they have to do the Twitch drop. It's a level 32. What a monster. Wow. 42 experience. That's crazy. Do I get a lot of experience for... God, look at how long that takes to skin. Sorry, Stag. Wow, that takes a long time. Whoa! 50 rawhide. Oh my god. And I gained like a whole level. Oh man, I might actually be able to catch him doing that. I saw him up at 174. I was like, how would I ever catch him at 86? Well, if you can gain 1 level every time. My goodness. There it is, 87. I've already gained 2 levels. That's incredible. And I'm getting all sorts of hide. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, missed the headshot. Wow. This is amazing. Give him time, Nevik. Give him time. You don't know that they're not going to add a battle rifle and some fun cosmetics. Oh, they've already added a new weapon. Battle rifle could be next. There we go. And definitely Goofy suits. Goofy cosmetics feels like a go-to once a game's been out for a little bit. Legitimately. Okay. So I do need some... I need Mature Tree is what I need. That's going to be where more experience is. We'll need some rock. Just trying to gather like a general assembly of everything. Oh, you meant Battle Royale. That seems even more likely than Battle Rifle. New PvP modes could absolutely be a thing they add. In legitimate things. They'll get there. I don't think they're done surprising people. Now, this mining here, I think this is, yeah, 100. So I literally don't have the mining for that. This is a higher level zone, so I'm going to start running into things that I literally don't have the ability to get yet. Which is, that didn't feel good when I first ran into mature trees and couldn't chop them down. So maybe that'll really encourage me to push this a little higher. The problem is that, like, I haven't found a good heavy source of logging experience. It's just been do more of it. What is a honey tree? And are they going to attack me? Cool. That was new. And a little bit awesome. From Data Mind, they're a really cool thing planned. I hope they're screwing with us. I hope they just put every idea they've ever had, even ideas they already know they're not going to do, somewhere that can be data mined. Just start screwing with people. It was data mined that data miners are going to be banned. Get the hell out of our files. Alright. This new bag is amazing. This was... what a gift. Absolutely amazing. It'd be cool if 14 had context switching for gathering like this. Oh, like, if it just made it to where, since you're on one anyway, if you could just kind of, like, mine and botany, you just switch to your gatherer. Cool. COD's new map has been delayed to Halo Infinite's release date. I mean, maybe. So, sometimes it's very clear that a company is just delaying to match. But at the same time, when people accuse a company of that and it's in the November-December timeframe, nobody owns the schedule between now and the end of the year, and it's incredibly popular to release content. So a delay this time of year will line up with any other game. People saying that Time Walking was sourced to line up with Endwalker. Time Walking repeats every 4 weeks, and it was the Time Walking following 9.1.5 that got Legion added, not the Time Walking right before Endwalker's release. It was the right time to add Legion anyway. Even if Final Fantasy had announced they were shutting servers down, it was the right time to add that to Time Walking. So, like, Call of Duty might be trying to, you know, set up against Halo. If anything, it feels like Halo swung to take on Battlefield. So it feels like Halo's the aggressor here. You know, to come in and take on the Christmas releases by releasing something that got a ton of press early. If anything, Halo feels like the aggressor. But to say an existing game releasing new content, like, it's not in any existing game's best interest to just not update their game. So if they're not doing that, there is also a chance that the content's just not ready. You know? Because releasing it now and people being excited about the maps is also a plus. So, like, when people accuse WoW of delaying things to take on 14, they are not in a position to be delaying content. If it's ready, ship it. And I assume Halo's a little bit of that same thing. They spent $500 million on it. Releasing it early got them a ton of press and allowed them to start recouping money. I think they sold a ton of battle passes. Let's start seeing some money come in for year end, because they have to look shareholders in the face and say, yeah, we spent $500 million on a game. Oh, really? Wow. So how much are you charging players for that game? Oh, $0. I'm not sure that you and me are talking about math in the same way. So it is in their best interest to have some early data on how their Battle Pass system is doing, because their Battle Pass works a little differently than Battle Passes that are out there right now. It's not working off of FOMO in the same way. It is a little bit. I'm seeing paid suits. The cosmetic system is very limited out of the gate, and there's some $10 and $20 suits that you see people in, and it opens up every match and closes every match by showing you the other people's suits. So me and my brother are like, oh, we got a $20 player. Ooh, 4 people on our team this time, and 1 has a credit card. And so, like, we've been joking the whole time. But I get it. They're giving the game away for free. They have to make money. I understand that. 100%. I don't begrudge them that. You know, it's what? The 22nd, which means I'm going to have to pay my mortgage in 9 days. And no amount of, but I'm really proud of what I'm doing and I'm just trying to make an impact on people's lives, or I'm really trying to just take care of me right now. Like, no amount of that is going to pay that mortgage. What's going to pay that mortgage is money that is in my bank account. So I totally understand that companies have to make money to pay their employees who would like to pay their bills. I totally get that. But it's easy to mock them. Oh, you kind of hurt, don't you? You're level 28. I'm level 28. Starting to be in a zone where I get to challenge myself. It's like the honors class of zones. Alright. I just wasn't really getting to be the best me down in Everlook. Achievement unlocked? Oh, I want it. Claim. 8,000 wood as an axe. Oh, I got another one. A bit of a hacker. Is the next one, I guess? Hey. Are you being serious right now? Do we have a delivery? Oh, we do have a delivery. We do have a delivery today. Okay, we're gonna hope that's a delivery. And it's a delivery that's perishable, so I need to go grab it. This week I think we're doing Home Chef. I love those meal prep companies a lot. Home Chef, HelloFresh, Blue Apron. Any one of you want to sponsor me? I can talk about what I like best about your particular service. Until then, I'll just leave it as a loose and vague. I do like them. Seriously. I legitimately like them. All right, be right back. I love Home Chef. They all do something a little different, so they're not all exactly the same. But we're doing Home Chef this week. There we go. There's also new ones that like just do meat, or just do the sides, or just do... So it used like that whole industry is really growing into something where you can really find something that specifically fits what you need. And like there is nothing that comes from any of them that I could not look up a recipe online, go to the grocery store, buy the ingredients, come home and make myself. So everybody's like, oh, they make it so easy. Those meals already exist. There is nothing that I cannot do without them. I order them because A, the ingredients all come in the right size thing. I don't have to buy a whole bag of something that my wife and I will never get through and then will generate food waste. B, I don't have to think about it. I point and click at different meals and they just handle it. So I got the right amount of ingredients for the right things and they just handle it. And for any of you that are shopping for like 1 or 2 people, it's really hard to plan a variety of meals for 1 or 2 people and not generate food waste. Or else you end up eating like, Monday I'm having tacos, and Tuesday I'm having enchiladas made out of taco stuff, and Wednesday I'm going back to tacos, Thursday I'm going to have a taco salad, and then next week I'm going to have hamburgers, and it's going to be hamburgers and hamburgers and hamburgers, and so like, and then like you end up each week, it's like, oh, this week I'm doing pasta, and the first night I'm going to have, you know, pasta with chicken, and the next night I'm going to have pasta with bolognese, and it gets really repetitive to kind of burn through things. And with something like, you know, Home Chef or HelloFresh, and they all vary. But you can actually, like, pick different things. There we go. So, like, I know Brian and Julie... And, you know, I know that they've tried some of these things. And, like, what they found is they're nice, but they're this luxury thing that, like, saves them a little bit of time and they really enjoy. But ultimately, it's very expensive. For Brian, who eats a little more than me, and his wife, and his 5 kids, like, they consume a massively larger amount of food than us. And that's before you even look at the fact that that's 7 people, so there's going to be some dietary restrictions and preferences. So it's just easier to meal plan and grocery shop in many cases, especially when you're paying a premium. You know, if you can use the whole bag, it is cheaper to buy the bag of potatoes or whatever from the grocery store than to pay Home Chef to ship me 1 potato. But if you only want 1 potato... You know, 1 potato for $1 or 20 potatoes for $5 if you're only going to eat 1 of them. The other 19 potatoes are just costing you $4 you don't want. So sometimes it's worth... When we lived in our DC apartment, it was so tiny we used to buy the small boxes of cereal. My friends were like, oh, who buys that stuff? It's such a ripoff. They're so expensive. We had 1 cabinet for our entire pantry. It was 1 cabinet, a left and a right door. That's it. That's all we had. And so the idea that you would get like a family-sized box of cereal, okay, well then I guess we're not going to have seasonings? Like any of them. No salt, no pepper, none of it. Like, why? Oh, well, I got the bigger box of cereal. You know, we had to buy the toilet paper 4 rolls at a time. Be like, oh, why don't people just buy the 64 pack? Where the hell am I going to put that? We bought paper towels 1 roll at a time because we lived in 500 square feet. I don't have room. I understand it's a premium. Sam's and Costco do not appeal to people with limited square footage and limited family members. My wife and I tried Sam's when we moved back to Texas because we have more room now. And it drove up our average monthly cost. It did not save us money because we buy so much more. And we just slowly build up this like prepper lifestyle where I've got, you know, enough of each thing for 7 months. And I don't want that. I don't want to buy 82 gallons of tuna. So it was not a net benefit for us. I grew up with it. I grew up with Sam's and Costco in my life, both. My parents were members of both because they're different. Because I have a bunch of brothers and sisters. I have one sister and a bunch of brothers, which means from a food consumption standpoint, I have no idea how my parents could afford it, but I assume buying in bulk was a significant portion. All right. Oh, the dodge! Oh, I see you. That was epic. Hey. That was amazing. Did you see that Eldritch Wolf juke my rifle? What a hero. Oh. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know who taught that wolf to dodge, but very, very good job. Must be passed on genetically, though, because it's not any way it's learned, because it still ends up dying to the musketeer in probably every single scenario. Alright, I need to eat some food, because if I come across something else like that, I'm going to get wrecked. There we go. Brian's going to hate teenage scares. I assume they've planned for that. If they're not aware that kids get older and consume more, they are in for a rough surprise. I assume that they have heard of this idea that children are going to eat more as they age. Hey. Void Gauntlet 5. Shouldn't it feel lighter now? Cool. Man, already up to 89 on tracking and skinning. And up to 308 hide. The hide comes quick. Yeah, the hide comes quick. Easy peasy. Don't want to piss that guy off. He's level 29. I don't really want to see if I can get screwed over by some guy with an axe who's higher level than me. Ooh, cranberries. Well, this is just a giant game of distractions. Alright. Can I harvest this stuff? Oh, wild fiber 175. That would take a very long time. A ridiculously long time. So, my health seems to slowly recover. As long as I'm not in combat too often, it seems fairly easy to keep full health with a stack of food like what I have. Which I have 85 food on me. So when I make food, I can make like a huge amount and just kind of store that. Bags are about 3/4 of the way full. Of just whatever crap I've been getting. There's not really a plan. I'm doing a little bit of everything. I have not seen any iron, which is going to be a problem if I'm trying to push up engineering. If I don't want to have to spend resources, which I don't. I'd prefer to use my own stuff. And just kind of let my coin pile up slowly. I'd prefer to live in a world that doesn't operate on coin. It's just an exchange of time for progress. Because when I start mixing currency in, it gets really hard to start. Because what you should do is you should optimize whatever you're capable of gathering in large quantities to be kind of your wage. And then sell all that and use that money to buy. And that starts to make the game more complicated than I want to make it. You should look into food prep services in the UK living on your own. So my experience with them is that they have to be locally sourced, right? Because of just the nature of perishable goods. And so the ones that are available, the level of service they can offer will vary wildly based on their ability to service in your area. So be aware of that first. And so I don't know what's available outside the US. Like, I understand how they operate within our food distribution system, but different countries work different ways. And so, like, what's available as far as variety and quality and all that. Not to mention, do you need it to, like, line up with any particular goal? So is your goal just to be full? You know, I have a friend that he works out a lot, and so he has one that provides him with, like, all of his proteins. So he gets all these really high-quality meats, and some of he literally gets prepared. And then he handles all of his own produce. He doesn't mind making like rice and green beans and all of that. So he buys his veggies in like big amounts at the grocery store regularly. But he doesn't enjoy sourcing and cooking meat. And so he handles it that way. But that's a very specific need. Like, that's not at all what I need. Oh, this is a big guy. That's a big boy. You're a big boy. Alright, alright. Go time. 33. Down you go. 90 experience. Beautiful. And I get all kinds of progress from that. Okay, so I have not seen any iron. Which is disappointing to say the least. Come on. I would like there to be iron. Now, I believe that if I set up camp, I can actually craft out here, which would keep me from having to burn my recall. And I can do a fair bit of, like, the base level crafting, like refining some of that stuff I can do at my camp, I think. And then I think I eventually get to be able to where I can make an even better camp. I don't really know how all that stuff starts to work. So if I set this up, and I build it, because it's cheap. This will also give me a rest point. And then I can craft here. But I cannot refine. Oh, but I can make arrows. Okay, and that lets me... Interesting. So we can do these. And this will let me level my cooking. Perfect. So that would help me. I don't know that that's actually saving me on weight. Do I get experience for this? As opposed to this? How do I see where I gain experience? Tier 1. Does it tell me? Yeah, plus 15. So if I go up here, this is not a plus. So I don't gain anything for that. So I can't make anything here that helps me actually level. Interesting. That's disappointing. Crafting fishing rods is the best way. Oh, do they just cost wood? The fishing rods? Okay. What do I need for fishing rods? Let's do that. We'll do it. Because I can... And then can I use mature trees for even better fishing rods? Like, what are my options here? And then I'll have to go back to town. Which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. I was just wondering if I could enhance the amount of time that I'm outside of town. If it's literally just wood and back in, I could harvest the trees literally outside of town and just run back in. Because that's super fast. Come on. And I can get wood, I can get the small wood from the bushes faster, but then I'm not gaining any skill. So the nice thing about chopping down trees is I am slowly leveling, which can matter eventually. If I ever want to be able to chop down the fancy trees, I have to do this. As opposed to like this here is super fast, but then like I got nothing for doing that. I literally just got the materials. Chopping down my mature tree. Delightful. Alright. Sweet. As you level, you'll need better quality wood. Okay. So it is the right call to be chopping down this mature trees as I go. Because if it was only the green stuff, then it's like, well, then why do it? And then do I need fibers as well? Because I don't have any fibers up here. The reason I'm slowly working down towards this river is I assume I'm going to need fibers. So because of chat delay, I am waiting for you to slowly get a chance to respond. I appreciate it, Bobo. Or no Bobo. Lack of Bobo. You are not Bobo. And so I'm hoping to make it down here and gather some fibers, which I believe I'll need as well. Alright. Because my main city where I keep all that stuff is not the city I'm in right now, so I can just go gather... These are reeds. These are not fibers. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, reeds aren't the right thing. I need fibers. So not... I pictured them being down here, but that's not actually helpful. So let's come... gather whatever this beautiful thing is. I do need turkeys. I'm the turkey terminator. My god. Cool. So I gotta work my way somewhere I can find more fibers. Bigger bushes, I think. Cool. Just plant fibers to make kind of rope. They're not expensive usually, so I could buy them. But I'd rather gather. There's a crafting cost, so like your money already kind of gets used. And my money, like the city that I'm in right now, is not great for crafting. There we go. So I'd rather just start kind of building things out here. I was going to keep like different cities for different things, but I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. This stuff's so easy to gather. Just kind of like go restock. There we go. And leather. I've got plenty of leather. We've been harvesting leather this whole time. I need to start working my way towards some fibers here. What the heck was that? What was that? That is like a walking gravestone. Oh god. Hello. Wow. You really crept up on me. I was busy watching that other thing. Whatever that is. Oh, he's wearing a coffin as a backpack. What level is he? I don't really have any interest in dealing with that. We'll go somewhere different. Alright. Are bushes fibers? No, that's all greenwood. I need a field with proper regular bushes here. Come on. Don't see any, like, bushes I can harvest for fibers. I feel like that's usually so easy to get to. Oh, there's a turkey. Sweet. Plenty of leather. And then... Cool. That's so satisfying. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But that is so satisfying. Hunting is just... I don't know. This game might just be Hunting Simulator. It has other stuff too. I really like it. Alright. It can't just be me. There have to be other people that think like the hunting is just so oddly satisfying. Trying to work my way back in a way that can get me fibers, ideally. I haven't seen any yet. These big plants might be it. So that's just going to be a regular bush. But these here? Nope. Still just greenwood. Come on. Looking for something more fibery. Haven't seen any yet. God. Who would have thought fibers was going to be a whole thing? I've seen other stuff. Like up ahead, there's some of these fancy bushes. So I haven't seen like the big purple plants and stuff that we had down in the southern area, which dropped fibers like en masse. Yeah, the hemp plants have like a purple flower to them. So I didn't know if there were other flowers that would kind of drop them, but I haven't seen any. Like I didn't know if there was some like fern type stuff that had a plant fibery to them. Because like sometimes they group things, like a lot of the meats like that, where they group it. So you can get it from multiple sources. So I didn't know if maybe this zone just had like a different aesthetic, but the zone south of us, fibers came from... Come on. So fibers down south of us came from these... They came from these big purple plants. Called hemp plants, which are used for rope in the real world. That is not their more popular, commonly known fact. But hemp farms are like legal and used for that. Let's see. While aiming. Yeah. Do that. I'm always aiming. Let's do that. So I just haven't seen anything that's quite the same. I'm starting to get pretty full, so I should head back. Not that big of a deal. I think last time what I ended up doing is I ended up on like a hemp run, and I just gathered like thousands of hemp. Last time I ran into this issue. So if I hit M, I can see the resources. Is there a way to filter to that? So there's an area down here. That's all hemp. This whole area is hemp. So is there a way to Filter resource locations. Hemp. Oh. Okay. So I am looking for grassland. So I should have gone left. So it's here. Okay. So we'll drop this off, and then we'll go back out. But I gotta drop this off first. So I should have gone down into these kind of grassy plains. Wait, what? Are we being attacked right now? Why did that door not... Why was that not open? I'm not in the wrong spot, am I? Oh, I am in the wrong spot. Oh. Alright. Let's recall then. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell with the purple overlay, so if you zoom in enough, the purple seemed to drop off. I can see how people that, like, I'm not colorblind, and every time I have trouble seeing something, I just assume that it'd be worse if I was colorblind. Let's come over here and clothing, loom, leather. The goal is engineering, which is that one, right? Stone cutting, no. Workshop. Through here. Maybe? Oh, maybe it is here. Workshop. Alright. So you said that fishing poles are like super freaking good for this. Right now they just want green wood and plant fibers. Let me just go make sure people aren't selling fibers at like the world's cheapest rate. Because I said I don't want to buy things, but like every once in a while people are just dumping things. And it's hard to justify going and gathering it when they want literally nothing for it. 0.13 seems high enough to go get it. Because the amount I'm going to get, right? So if I say fiber... I don't know. That's pretty cheap. Alright. There we go. Let's do it. That's pretty cheap. So we'll come down here and make fishing poles. And I would like to make 97 fishing poles, please. Ba-da-da! Oh my god. It's gonna auto-craft every single one. You could go faster than this, can't you? Am I gaining experience? And then I can salvage these back into wood. Okay. That's not giving me experience. I gotta go higher. Because I noticed that. Alright. So, treated wood fishing pole. Takes timber and leather and linen. Alright. That's the one to get. That's the next one up. Alright, let's go get timber. So I tried the cheap fishing pole first. That didn't do anything. So I need timber. Delightful. Okay. And then I need leather, which was up on the next street. Okay. Coarse leather. Go. Delightful. Okay. And then the last thing was linen. All right. Nice. So now I can come back down here to the workshop and I can make the next fishing pole. And I want a treated wood bow would grant 204 experience in trade for 2 linen, linen being the thing that we bought. Everything else was time. So I could make 2, or I can jump down and I can make fishing poles, which use 2 as well, and also grant 204. I don't see any advantage to either one. We'll do this and see if we can get one with a perk. And we'll just make 16 of them. Hey! Hey! 2 in a row. We're gonna hope for a good fishing pole here. Look at that! Some of these are pretty good, too. So that's power leveling the crap out of this. Nice. Alright. And we're going to salvage every single one that is not green. Because those are trash. I don't know if the green ones are worth anything. But I know that the white ones are just garbage. Especially these white ones that rolled low. Come on. Come on. Alright. And I did gain standing for that. So if I go to territory standing, crafting fee, lower. Better. Because that's costing us. Now, my inventory, I have a regular rod. I would like a rod that does small boost to catch better fish during the daytime. Cast distance increase during the nighttime. I want better fish in the daytime. Yes. And then salvage that crap. Alright. What are the odds that these fishing rods are worth literally anything? Tools. Gathering tools. Oh, sell. Tools. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Listing fees, high. Ah, people want to do 12. That's delightful. See, what's nice about this is that I'm going to make 10, and I run the risk of 4. And it might not sell. I'm not doing that. Just take my sure thing, thanks. Alright. What did I run short on? So I still have plenty of the leather here. I have plenty of timber left. So what I ran short on is the hemp. So let's go drop everything off and head out to do the hemp. Look at that. And I'll stop by the thing here and see if we can turn some stuff in. And then we'll go head out to Grasslands. Lag detected. Lag detected? Come on. What do you mean lag detected? What is this? I can't move. This is new. What is lag detected? Like that's a long... No! World is under maintenance! Why? Is that quick? Does it just come right back up?